to yet another episode of the Economic Times Cutting Chai Stories, a series of conversations with CXOs and business leaders over chai or coffee, if that's your preference, brought to you by ETH, where we talk about their lives, hobbies, interests, and also touch upon various other topics. The urgency and pressure on business leaders as they navigate the COVID-19 pandemic has been immense. And right now, we are in the midst of the second wave, with the third wave lurking around the corner. These business leaders have been constantly monitoring myriad ways to ensure that their respective companies stay on course in the new normal. The incredible demands placed on them makes us often wonder how they have time for family, hobbies, or any personal downtime. And let's not forget that they're mere mortals. This initiative by ETH is aimed to create a deeper connection with them and to get a sense of what business leaders of several prominent companies do when they are not in business mode. Today, it's my pleasure to host Mukesh Jain, Chief Technology and Innovation Officer and Vice President Insights and Data, Capgemini, India. Mukesh, welcome to the Economic Times Cutting Chai Stories.
Thank you for having me. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, and it's our pleasure. Okay, Mukesh, let's dive straight into this cutting chai conversation. If I'm not mistaken, you have about 22 years of experience in the professional space. Is that right?
Actually, 25 now.
25. Okay. And I've done some research with companies of repute. What I'd like you as your first response is to share with us your experience of working 50% of your career in India and 50% internationally. What's the experience? What's the difference when it came to systems, when it came to culture, when it came to work-life balance? Anything. The floor is all yours.
Sure. Interesting observation. Yes, 50% in India roughly and 50% in US. I think I found the best of both worlds and I'm able to use it right now. The important elements was the work culture is different, the thought process is different, wherein we start all along. Of course, it was technology, it was AI, analytics, and all. Both the places, be it in India or be it in US. But the combination was, how can we bring the best part of it? Like, for example, when I was in US, 13 years, one thing I learned about that, you can productize a lot of things and your idea is value.
Mm.
In my early days working in India, no, we'll do this because somebody have asked for it. We are not supposed to think outside. Okay. But I thought, no, there might be some way. Okay. But when I came back to India 10 years back and I started doing this and I find out that it's possible, right? I can be happy to say some of the two innovation I have done in India out of Capgemini, building 890 and Millennials. I'll talk more about the innovation. The same idea which I learned in US, I'm bringing it back here and I'm doing it and it's possible. So yes, maybe sometimes it's here, it's not possible. The fear of failure, log kya kahenge, I think those things are there, but I think we can overcome those pieces. And happy to say, like, I'm building the whole product, the whole thing is done completely out of India. So it's possible. It's just that you need somebody to give the, hey, don't worry. If it doesn't work, it's okay. We can go forward. I think that fear of failure, if you remove it, I think that's where a lot of things can happen. And second time, I would say the ideas are there. The passion is there. The talent is there. It's just that we need to inspire them to give that freedom, give that comfort to come up with the idea. And last but not the least, one thing I learned after 10 years back when I came back to India was trying to get some people, and then I think the fear factor is there, technology part. I said, we need to do something. So I went one step backward and started involving in the universities, colleges, and all. I'm advisor to 9 universities now, and I'm getting what I learned at US. The right syllabus, the right challenges in the colleges. Of course, the syllabus requires challenges. Faculty,
yes,
teaching them and grooming and getting that wow factor. Puchne mein kya jata hai? That is the mantra I've been trying to tell people that, hey, you can learn a lot of things and then for your career, you can get there. I think those are some of the things I've learned over there and brought it back. And I would say the culture is almost the same in US or in India. It's just that we need to trust our people more and inspire them more. So that's what I've learned. That's my experience.
Fantastic. I think that's a great way to start this conversation. I'm going to have ask a follow-up question. I really was inspired with what you said. How have you, over the years, invested in yourself to equip yourself better and incrementally improve both in the professional and personal space?
That's interesting. So I always believe and I always keep telling that learning doesn't stop and never stops. So while working in US, I had a good experience. I was working for Microsoft for 13 years. A lot of things were learned. I learned that, but always kept that, no, I want to do this also. I want to do this also. The same puchne mein kya jata attitude. I was learning that. But especially after coming back to India, then I said things are moving fast, right? Especially in the areas of AI analytics and all. I started teaching and all. But then I thought, no, what about my own education? 5 years back, I did my executive MBA. And 2 years back, I did my MTech. People were asking me, Mukesh, after 23 years experience at that time, why are you doing MTech? I said, why not? Okay. And now, at any moment of time, I'm doing 2 or 3 courses, either from Coursera or I'm getting my AWS certification now. A lot of these things I'm doing because I think the learning doesn't have to stop. The one thing, good thing, a side effect of that, I found people working for me at various levels, be it a person with 1 year experience, or be it a person with 30 years experience, like whole generation difference. But they also get inspired. No, Mukesh, if Mukesh can do it, let us also do it. So I think I'm making difference for 1 or 2 people or few people here and there. I think that keeps me excited and motivated. But one thing I think this is a secret I can probably share. I want to be able to tell 5 years from now to somebody who come to me, Mukesh, ye nahi ho sakta, or Mukesh, this is not possible. And I should be able to say after 5 years from now as well, do you want me to code? That keeps me motivated. That's keep me motivated to learn continuously. And I'm not saying I'm a master of all trade, and I know everything. But I think being jack of all trade, master of some is that's what I try to strive for.
Fantastic. Very, very inspiring. Great. I'm going to ask you something personal. And I think this will help our viewers also. When it comes to joining another organization, and we've all done that in our careers, you've done that too. Besides the salary package, what has been your criteria for making that move to another organization?
That's a good question. Yeah, I'll be very honest. 1995, I started my career. And I switched organization in a short period of time because I was getting double salary. So yes, I've done that. I was in Microsoft in US, came back to India, all those things done. At some point, I realized, okay, yes, money is good, definitely, no doubt about it. Even in India, very, very good money. But then I thought, no, I think at some point I need to be tying to a purpose, tying to something which I enjoy. Okay, about 2.5 years back, when I was looking at opportunities on, I got some good opportunity, good salary package and all. But that time I was saying, I worked in product companies for 23 years, learned a lot about it. But one thing I always had this feeling that, what does customer really want, right? I don't need product which are like users. My product I be used by 300 million users, Outlook, 400 million user, Geo, naam to suna hi hoga. So that kind of thing I've done. But then I always didn't realize what the customer really want. Customer, I'm talking about B2B, I'm referring to customer. I made a decision. I'm going to pause salary part of it, and I'm going to do something on the customer side of it. So that's where I joined service company, Capgemini. I will not reveal the secret how much I have to pause or how much I have to take a cut. But I think I'm enjoying that part. But one criteria I had when I spoke to multiple service company, I was talking to the CEO, I was talking to the MD, trying to understand what do they really want. And when I spoke here in my Capgemini, when I talked to CEO and my MD, they told me doing interview. I told me what will be the role, and they said they are not sure yet. Actually, that was inspiring for me. We are not sure yet. I think I like that part, right? Then after some time, Mukesh, we are thinking about these 3 roles. What do you think? And I was like, wow, that is good. I ended up writing my own job description. They created a position for me, and then I joined. I think I don't regret because in the last 2.5 years, I got opportunity to meet 224 customers so far. Yes, some of them in person, but most of them right now, the last 1.5 years, virtually. plus able to do some innovation in partnership with AWS, in partnership with other providers, and build those parts. I think I'm enjoying what I do. And I think this is one of the best part of my career. So yes, it's not all about salary. It's about what you want. And I have this mantra. If you have seen some of my old presentation and all, if you enjoy, if you do what you enjoy, you will never feel like working. You just feel like you're doing a hobby, and somebody's paying for that. Somebody's paying for that. That I like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I course corrected after working for 19 years in the professional space. I decided to follow my passion of acting, and now I get paid for it.
Great.
So I'm sorry, I'm interjecting because this is about you, but it just resonated with me, whatever you said. Yes. So yeah, great, wonderful. Okay, Mukesh, tell me something. What are your views on the younger generation of Indians, commonly referred to as millennials? They're going through a time right now, which even we, our generation, which is a pandemic, something that we've never seen. There's doom, gloom. There's the economy. And most of them are, it's a sizable chunk ready to hit the workforce. There are huge challenges in front of them and huge distractions too. So what advice or message would you like to give them, given the experience that you have had?
So let me give you three of the major life-changing event for me, and that actually it's not an event but observations, life-changing observations. First, for myself, right, when I was going through my education and all, I had no clue about what to do and so on. And of course, internet was not there and limited knowledge. I'm talking about 1991. Nothing was available. It's hard to find out what is supposed to be done. I wish I was told something in my school or something in my college. Of course, with not enough money, I was not able to afford a big college as well. But I realized that if I had a mentor, I would have been better. Third year engineering, and that was a major thing for me. Like we had a subject, artificial intelligence. I was passionate about that, and I wanted to learn. I was all with excitement. I was on the front seat, waiting for the professor to come and teach. She came in and she started teaching. Excited. I started asking questions. My bad, my mistake. All the future lectures were cancelled of artificial intelligence. I felt bad about it. I felt big. And more than that, my friends almost killed me, right? They started beating me, Mukesh, because of you, the lectures are cancelled. Why are you asking so many questions and all those things? And I felt bad about it. I ended up reading myself, learning myself. But one of my friends told, why don't you teach us? Okay, right. That's penalty. But that actually gave me something that, why not? I taught it. I can tell you that was the best part in my life, career-changing moment. 94, I'm talking about. I ended up writing Microsoft's first ever AI algorithm in the year 1999 because of that. Okay, so that I think was positive. Plus, when I was in US, I moved to US with my daughter when she was 1 year old. And when I visited a pediatric for the regular checkup, I saw the doctor kneeling down and speaking with my daughter. It was inspiring to see that when you're talking to somebody else, you need to go to their level. That was the inspiration I got. Combining all this experience, then I came back and I think yes, there's a lot of things can be done, but it will be totally unfair if I keep saying you do this, you're not doing this, all the things. And I've seen people saying that, by the way. Okay, I'm not naming them, but it's like no. We have to do our part. Okay, so right. I was flying 2 years back, somewhere around that time. I'm flying Mumbai to Bangalore, and I was somebody else sitting next to me. I'll not name them, but also he was also a chief technology officer in another reputed company. So we're discussing, and then just discussion came up, and I said, "Oh, education system kharab hai India ka, ye problem hai, ye hai, wo hai." I said, "By the way, which college did you give a lecture recently?" "Oh, no, I'm a professional. I don't teach." I said, "Exactly." I'm sure I offended that person, and then he said, "Mukesh, what do you mean?" I said, "No, by the way, I think we as the chief technology officer, we don't have a right to say that education system is bad if we are not contributing ourselves." Right. Okay. And I told myself, 1 month later, I got a message from him saying that, "Mukesh, you inspired me. I did my first lecture." I think it made a big change. I think these are some of the moments. Coming back to your specific question, I think millennials or now even Gen Z, okay, some other things are happening. The Millennial Garage, when I created with that Today I'm wearing shirt in front of you. I normally don't. I wear t-shirt when I'm with my millennials. Okay, there's a gap. Slightly more than gap is the millennials are slightly, on the age of or same age of my daughter. But then yes, when I'm talking to them, I'm at that level. How many of us do that part? How many of you keep your calendar open? That 1 hour session I keep a monthly or weekly on Friday evening. We just finished that session. Friday Masti we call it, and I'm all with my millennials. Okay, how much of us do that? One of the thing I would say, a message for all the millennials is, I know you get a lot of excitement on your mobile phone with WhatsApp or Facebook or Instagram or something and all, right? See if you can cut down a little bit time there. Instead of 2 hours, can you cut it down to, let's say, 2 minutes or 3 minutes a day? I think that is what is required, because otherwise all this time I would call it a wastage, your lifetime wastage. Enjoy this time by reading more, learning more, and doing it. So one other thing I do, people working with me, people know, right? I don't have a concept of 8 hour, 9 hour day. I don't have a concept of weekend. I just say, idea, guys, let's do this. And they work on it. I think people, when they step up saying that, yes, I can do more, it's possible, because this is the time. This is the time when they're going through the education, they can do something. I think that is what I would give a message to them.
Fantastic. Great. Okay, Mukesh, with that, let's move on to an interesting segment, which is called the one word, one line answer. I'm going to throw a set of questions at you, and I would expect you to answer in one word or one line. If it requires 3 words, I'll specify 3 words. So have fun. There are no wrong answers. There are only right answers, because these are your answers. So are you ready?
Have fun.
Okay, great. First question. Which is your favorite holiday destination?
Holiday destination, Mount Abu in Rajasthan. Just
okay,
amazing.
good.
Yeah.
Favorite subject in school?
School, mathematics.
Okay. And the most hated subject in school?
History.
I like the way you reduced your volume. History. Very good. Okay. Could you describe your journey thus far in 3 words?
पूछने में क्या जाता है?
Very good. That's actually your mantra, I think.
Yeah, I believe it.
Are your friends completely opposite to you, or are most of them similar to you?
Opposite.
Okay.
I'm the odd one out always.
Okay. Do you prefer shopping in store or shopping online?
Online.
Okay. Prefer to eat ice cream in a cone or ice cream in a cup or bowl?
Cone.
City life or village life?
Village life.
Friends or family?
Family.
Money or fame?
Fame.
Okay, good. You're doing well. Would you rather be yourself and nobody likes you, or not be yourself and everybody likes you?
Be myself.
Wonderful. If you were to be stuck in a room for 24 hours, who would you choose to be stuck with? And I'll give you the options. There are 3. Choose one. MS Dhoni, Barack Obama, or Sri Ravi Shankar?
MS Dhoni.
Okay. Would you rather travel back in time to meet your ancestors, or would you rather go to the future to meet your descendants?
Ancestors. I would love to go back.
If you could be a kitchen appliance, what one would you be and why?
Toaster. Because
Why?
that gets the best out of it by giving heat. At that time, we feel we are, we are hurting somebody. But no, the best thing after that.
Okay, wonderful. If you were a vegetable, which vegetable would that be?
Interesting. I like tomato. I would still call it tomato.
Okay, wonderful. If you had to delete all apps but 3 from your smartphone, Which 3 apps would you keep?
Google Map, so that I can navigate.
No.
Outlook, so that I can stay connected with people sending me. And I will use Amazon, so that I can continue to shop.
Navigate, communicate, and shop. Wonderful. Excellent. If you had the power to eliminate one food item so that no one would ever eat it again, what would you pick to destroy?
It might sound controversial, but yeah, I would say non-vegetarian. I don't want people to use non-veg.
That's fine. I said there are no controversial answers. There are no wrong answers.
Yeah.
All answers are right answers. That's fine. For you, which is the most admired Indian company?
Geo.
Most important invention ever?
Email.
Okay. If a movie were to be made on your life, which actor would you want to play you?
Pankaj Kapoor.
Ah, what a fine
Ek
choice.
Dr. Gilmore. Ek Dr. Gilmore.
Fantastic choice. Which 3 people, living or dead or fictional, would you like to have? So you're in my place and you have 3 people that you can choose to have a cutting chai conversation with. Whom would you choose? Living, dead, fictional?
Modi ji, Mukesh Ambani, Satya Nadella.
Fantastic. Last question. Fill in the blanks like we used to do in school, or complete the sentence. Life is incomplete without dash.
Life is incomplete without purpose.
What a wonderful way to end this cutting chai conversation. Friends, that was Mukesh Jain, Chief Technology and Innovation Officer and Vice President Insights and Data, Capgemini India. I had a great time interacting with you, Mukesh. Fantastic insights, straight from the heart, no mincing of words, very clear in your thinking. Thank you so much for your time, and we wish you and your organization the very best going forward.
Thank you.